university students report experiencing copious amounts of pressure, which can result in the development of problematic substance use to cope with the stress they feel. Research shows that this poor way of coping can result in problems such as mental health disorders and contribute to poor academic performance. Using this, we are going to demonstrate a therapeutic encounter between a mental health nurse and a student struggling with substance use.
Jen, a 21-year-old female, has been struggling to cope with pressures of academic life since starting her second year university. Jen's family lives in Calgary while attending the University of Saskatchewan to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. She reports the feeling of impending doom, feeling overwhelmed with work and upcoming exams, and expectations from her family. To manage her feelings, Jen has admitted to the mental health nurse about using alcohol and other substances to cope with her overwhelming feelings, stating that she uses it to numb it all out.
We are going to incorporate the person-centered theory, mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, and motivational interviewing with an eclectic approach. The eclectic approach integrates methods of directive and non-directive counseling as the counselor supports, encourages, and empowers the client throughout the process. Motivational interviewing is a collaborative, client-centered counseling approach that helps people strengthen their own motivations to change harmful behaviors. It focuses on supporting a person's intrinsic desire to change and guiding them through 4 key processes. In turn, the nurse is able to guide the student in solving their problems while also creating space for the student to explore their own solutions.
Good evening, how are you?
I am doing great. Nice seeing you today. Thank you for coming in, taking the time to talk. How are you?
I'm fine, actually. I mean, as fine as I could be. Just feeling tired. Had a lot of work today.
It has been a very long day just for me as well, and sounds like things are heavy. Are you able to continue with the talk today?
Sure, I have a lot of things going on right now that I need to get off my chest. I've been really worried about how I'm dealing with my stress. It has been about 5 months of myself using alcohol and substances to cope with my stress and anxiety.
Thank you for sharing your situation, and I really appreciate how open you are about it and being honest. It does take a lot of courage to speak about it, and it sounds like these past few months have been heavy, and you've been trying to manage your stress and anxiety for it, and realizing that your substance use has been taking a toll.
Yeah, it's been really bad. I know it's helping me get through things and makes me stop thinking about school or the feelings of being homesick, but it's only temporary, and I know that it is harmful for me in the end, in long term.
From what I'm understanding, a part of you recognizes the need to stop, but another part of you just simply does not know how.
To keep it simple, yes.
When you think about everything that is happening to you, the stress, substance use, the pressure, being homesick, what feels the hardest for you?
I think what feels the hardest right now is the pressure from my family, as well as the added stress, anxiety that comes along. I don't want to disappoint my family at all, and my grades have been slipping, and I'm just tired and feeling out of control.
Okay. So you're basically just stating to me that you feel like you're caught in a cycle, and the more pressure, worry, and anxiety that you may feel, the more you drink to escape those feelings.
Yeah, that's right. I just don't know where to start. Every time I cut back, I feel like I'm in a loss of control. Then my anxiety feels even harder.
That takes a lot of courage and maturity to admit. It sounds like you place great value on your future studies and your family as well, but that stress is building up. You mentioned that you wanted to stop. Can you tell me more about why you want to stop?
I want to stop because I want to not be dependent on it anymore. I don't want to become an alcoholic and become chronically dependent on drinking. I want to be a safe nurse for my patients, and I want to become a nurse that can handle their emotions and regulate them.
You're already showing so much self-awareness in yourself. You're able to recognize that it is not like your substance use, not just it, but you just want to have a life that's balanced again. When you think about your reasoning for change, which one of those feel like the strongest for you?
My family. I don't want to disappoint them in how I turned out. They have sacrificed a lot for me, and I just don't want them to be disappointed.
It sounds like you care deeply about them, and you have valid reasons for your change. We can use that as a connection and care that you have for your family as a strength when we work through this. What do you imagine your day-to-day life could look like if you started to feel more in control again?
I'd feel proud of myself. I'd feel resilient and be able to control my life again. I'd probably have more energy and become more focused in tasks. I'd be able to handle my stress and thoughts in a healthy way without really setting back to drinking and substance use.
You should just hold on to that vision because it shows that you have an outlook for what the type of life that you want. We can use that as kind of our foundations while we explore healthy outcomes for you. I can really tell that you are very self-aware about your situation, and you recognize that at the very end, drinking and substance use will not overall solve your problem, which is essentially a strength. Has there been any times in the past that you have coped with stress or anything like this?
I used to be really active. I would play basketball, run, go to the gym. I used to call my family about problems. It helped at the time, but the more stress I got, the more anxious I would get repeatedly. I just stopped.
Well, thank you again. You have already shown that you can explore ways to manage your stress in healthy ways, and that you have a consistent way to enforce those before you start drinking. Could you tell me more about what running or calling your mother, and how was that like helpful for you?
My mind clears up. Talking to my family kind of makes me feel back to reality again. And I felt genuinely supported, like a resource. Now that I'm so far away, it's hard to feel supported.
Yeah, having a family away is a major part of life. Like for me, like FaceTime is not the same thing as being kind of like with my family. But it does sound like you've had a couple of strategies that have worked for you. Were there any other things that you did?
I used to play guitar, maybe, and draw.
Okay. But so far you've used like physical activity, creativity, as well as like social support. That shows that you have kind of a toolbox and like that you can use. I know it is busy, but are you open to like creating a space, even like 30 minutes, to be able to build on your strengths?
I would like to see, but I'm glad you pointed that out. I haven't really realized that things worked for me before.
That is great. Being self-aware in your own strengths, even though like times can be hard, can allow you to just feel in control. If you were to say, what is the best like personal quality that you have in battling your stress?
I feel like I am aware, but also determined. I don't know. I always feel like I'm decisive in things,
Decisiveness and being determined are both good ingredients to strengthen your resilience. Being decisive can help you decide on your next plans or solutions that can be best fit for you. Have you ever had a time where you surprised yourself in dealing with a stressful situation?
When I was angry at someone during a soccer game, I was tempted to fight and argue, but I didn't because I didn't want it to cost my team.
Okay. That's a very great example of how you can resist your urges to protect a bigger picture. It's like how you can stop your substance use so you can feel in control with your life again. You resisted the temptation and made a healthy choice. On a scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you in using these strategies and strengths that you have stated to me?
I think the more I really think about it and become more aware of it, maybe around 7 out of 10 confident.
Okay, that's very promising. What strategy do you feel like would be the easiest for you to start? Maybe this week?
Yeah, I don't know about that at all. I just really don't know where to start. I'm just scared that I won't be able to stop, and I'll just keep reverting back to taking substances. And feel like it is a short-term relief, like I'm rewarding myself for feeling horrible.
That's kind of a common response. It's like a very human response. It does not even have to be substances, but our young brains often find ways to manage anxiety and start associating that sense of relief, sometimes with alcohol and or drugs.
I always thought I had a decision in everything, and I am just too stubborn to fight it. You're telling me that my brain can work against me, essentially?
Not necessarily working against you, but it just has adapted. But there are strategies that have proved that we can have control over it. Would you want to know?
What is this strategy? Because I always feel like my brain is reacting instead of thinking to choose strategies to perform. I just want tools so that I don't feel stuck.
That's great. You are wanting to learn so you can use it as a resource for yourself. Have you ever heard about mindfulness-based cognitive therapy?
No, not at all.
Essentially, it helps us kind of learn how to notice and pay attention to our thoughts without reacting kind of impulsively. Think about it like hitting a pause button and when you're feeling stress and everything and overfilled with thoughts and emotions. This brain help you make choices that promote long-term achievements instead of just short-term.
So doing those exercises will help me become aware of my thoughts?
Yes, essentially. It helps you recognize your state and then pause and then become aware of it instead of immediately battling it and trying to make it disappear.
That sounds difficult, like a learned skill.
It is a skill, but you can always start slowly. Would you like me to introduce an exercise that can let you have an idea of what I'm talking about?
Sure, that'd be great.
Now think about those cravings or temptations you have when you feel an abundance of stress. Think about those as waves that can rise and fall. And then focus on it as it rises and falls. Think about the time you're stressed and see where it appears in your body. How strong is it on the scale of 0 to 10? How many times does it rise? How do you feel?
I feel calmer. It feels weird to just watch something that's related to me without fighting it directly.
That is excellent. You did well in the mindfulness exercise. And you mentioned being calm and more in control when you simply viewed the sensation and urges rather than battling them. What do you think about your ability to manage your emotions by just simply giving yourself some time to pause?
I mean, it definitely allows me to feel a little bit of a sense of control.
Okay.
I guess I just never gave myself a chance to pause for a second.
Exactly. That moment of pause is the environment for control. And you're increasing your awareness and everything.
Yeah, this is a great start.
That's great. Now, when considering your strength, self-awareness, and determination in the situation, and your reasoning for you wanting to stop, would you be open to combining those strategies you have used in the past with the strengths you possess to create a possible guide for the next week?
That'd be a great start. I just don't want to feel stuck, at least for this week. I just want to see progress, even if it is a little one. I was going to bring up when I told you I felt calmer earlier. It just felt a little fake. Like I was trying to become calm because you said it was supposed to make me calm.
That's completely okay. Mindfulness is not about forcing your calmness and getting to a point of being calm, but it's just noticing about what's happening to you without needing to change it right away. And noticing may evoke feelings of maybe feeling awkward or fearful.
So during that exercise, I don't have to be calm?
Exactly. You just need to be present with whatever is there, even if it makes you in doubt or angered or resentful. The awareness is already progress.
That makes more sense to me. That takes off some degree of pressure. I didn't want to force myself to feel anything. That makes me feel a lack of control. Sometimes I don't even want to think about it when I'm stressed.
That's understandable. That sense of avoidance can feel like a relief for you. The idea of therapy is not to battle with your urges, but it's just to notice it. Even if you're saying to yourself that you noticing yourself wanting to shut down, that's a sense of being mindful.
That makes sense. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. Would you like to continue with a plan and consider your strengths of self-awareness and determination? What's a realistic guide for you for next week?
Maybe I'll try that pause thing, but not every day, I don't think. Maybe regulate it when feeling the stress going on. I just want to see if it even works, or I will just act on my desire to take substances again.
That sounds like you value the practice of something meaningful, using the pause only when it feels relevant and not a forced duty. How do you imagine reminding yourself to do when you feel stressed?
I am usually just in autopilot. Maybe I can notice when I am having pain on my shoulder or tensed up shoulders. It usually happens when I get stressed or anxious.
Yeah. That's great. You're picking up cues that allows you to notice your stress before spiraling. What might you like to do in the moment once you notice these body sensations?
Take a deep breath, or maybe even step away from what I'm doing.
That sounds thoughtful. You're identifying your body signals and picking up ways to respond to them in a way that fits how you make sense of it.
Thank you. I didn't know these strategies are good. I felt dumb by saying it. I think that is something I could do, but I don't want to promise anything.
That's completely all right to keep it simple and not to commit to things fully. The goal isn't to be perfect. It is to just at first notice it and become in control. How would you define success for yourself in this therapy session?
Maybe have a plan for the week. I don't know. I want to take it slow, and I don't want to revert to taking substances to numb my pain.
Thank you. You have defined what you want to get out of this session clearly, and you want to remain curious about your situation. Your curiosity keeps your mind open.
So if I just notice that I'm craving to drink or take substances, that's progress itself?
Yes, awareness is progress, giving yourself time before you react.
Maybe I'll try that this week.
That is great. How confident are you in experimenting it and trying these things out from 0 to 10?
Maybe a 6. I don't feel too confident yet because I haven't done it.
Okay.
Yeah. Would it be beneficial to start slow?
It would be. What would be like starting slow? What would that look like for you?
Well, as you said, I can just perform that mindfulness cognitive therapy at times that I feel stressed, but I don't feel bad about times where I miss it. But just be aware of it instead of reacting. I also may just go to the gym like I used to, but only 2 times a week.
What drives you to make this plan for yourself?
After talking to you and realizing my core reasons to change, it just increased my motivation.
That determination and awareness of yours is strength. We can work with what you have set up for yourself. You have taken strong steps today. Your awareness alone can lead to lasting changes over time.
Although sometimes I worry that no matter how much I think about the situation, I'll just find alcohol to take an easy way out.
You're showing an honest reflection, and you're able to recognize your urge and that pressure towards yourself to take that easy way out. It shows a lot of awareness from you. Change isn't about never feeling the urge, it's just being aware of it.
Yeah, like trying to even catch myself before I act on it.
Exactly. Like asking yourself, what do I need as of right now?
I think I can try that whenever my thoughts direct me to drinking. Maybe I'll step outside, catch a nice breath, become aware of my feelings and face them instead of taking it away.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Even reaching out and changing the environment, breathing deeply can really help. More than you think.
That makes me feel way better. It's not just trying to be perfect, it's just trying again.
Of course. Between now and next session, try it. Is it okay if you try to notice when your stress builds up? And even notice them even, right? And we can discuss any progress you made.
Thank you, I'll work on that. And I'll make sure to get back at you. I feel a bit hopeful about the situation now.
That's great. You've done a lot of meaningful and purposeful work today. Be kind to yourself this week, and I will see you in the next session.
Thank you, I'll see you next time.
Completing this assignment has strengthened our understanding of how important effective communication and counseling skills are in nursing practice, especially when supporting those who are experiencing stress, mental health concerns, or problematic substance use. Learning about approaches such as cognitive behavioral therapy, person-centered care, and other counseling techniques shows the importance of creating a safe and non-judgmental space where clients feel heard and understood. This work reinforced that therapeutic communication is not just a skill, but a foundation for building trust, reducing stigma, and empowering individuals to explore healthier ways of coping. As we move forward in nursing practice, we will intentionally use these skills to support clients in identifying their strengths, motivating change, and feeling genuinely supported in their care. The knowledge we gained through this assignment will help us provide more compassionate, effective, and client-centered care in future therapeutic encounters.
Active listening skills, as well as remaining eye contact, needs improvement.